I'm recording a lesson 5. We got some drawings. Sometimes when you have imperfect AutoCAD, you have to augment that information with infer information from other drawings that you have. So I'm looking at one such drawing. It was provided by a friend of Stephen Chung's. And so there are plans for space adjacent to the tower whose outline we can see evidence of here. But what this is telling us is that somehow in the middle of the building, in the tower, there's evidence of a balcony, or a perimeter balcony there. It's telling us the floor here is an elevation of 56.5, so that's familiar. That's sort of the fourth floor in the building. And I've saved this out as an image, which we can scale in SketchUp, knowing the dimension from here to here, the width of the building, right? So in AutoCAD, any one of these drawings will tell us I'm going to dimension from here to there. So we got 58 feet more or less there. This drawing, you got it open? Sorry. This drawing, if we have an image thereof and we scale that dimension to 56 feet, we can make some inferences about what's going on in the tower floor there. So let's go ahead and try to do that. Let's save this out. Save as lesson 5. I don't know, inferences. Sometimes you have to do some detective work. And actually, better yet, you've gone to the site and you've taken some photographs or taken some measurements, and then you can get it directly. But somehow students are reticent to go to the site. Save that model. Let's just import that image and, well, we have to save it somewhere where we can find it. Let's see if I can drag it in. Cool. So there's the image. Have to explode it. Make it a group. And the dimension that we're going to use to scale this is 58.3. Everybody understand that, right? Pretty straightforward. I'm going to open that group, take a tape measure tool, and that from here to there is 58.3. Do you want to resize the active group of component? Yes. So now that image is the right size. Let's go into window preferences, just GL to show texture so we can see what we're doing. Right? So what that means is I can go to if I turn on AutoCAD Floor 4, I think it's Floor 4. Or one of the upper floors. Let's give that the same elevation as Floor 4 there. Z is 389 inches, I think it was. Move this that way. Let's go to a top view. So you see what I'm doing? I'm basically placing it where I can trace. It isn't exactly right, but what this is telling me is that somehow that line could be the border of a perimeter balcony, right? Roughly that shape, more or less. And we can see that from pictures of the hotel. I think I saved a couple of pictures. I've got them here. Let's quit out of here. I searched for some pictures online. So that is telling us that there's the outline of a balcony on each level. It could be about that depth. So you look at photographs, you walk through here, you know, there's an array of columns. We don't have any information on the columns, but we can count. We know this 53 feet. These appear to be equally spaced. There are 4 of them over here. We can figure out roughly. You figure out an array, and you copy it from floor to floor. This top, so the balcony along this face appears to have a projection of sorts. Let's see if that's reflected in our drawing there. Yes, so there's evidence of it, but you know, the drawing's incomplete. So anyway, the outline, I'll just delete this line, and I'm going to draw a line provisionally, what I think the outline of that floor might be. Something like this, right? Goes around, drawing it very roughly. I don't know what's happening at this end, but it would be a matter of looking, photographing it at the site. So that would be the void in the middle. So I will subtract that from the floor. I'm going to double click, Control X, go to a 3D view. Let's turn on floor slab 4. Close group. Let's turn off X-ray here. Edit, paste in place, right? No. Paste in place, set it a little lower than I wanted it, so I'm going to have to pick it up on the blue axis. Alright, one thing you could do, leave it there, turn back on your X-ray mode, top view, and go ahead and just draw on this face that shape. With a little bit of effort, you could figure it out. But basically, there's a void in the center, and that's got to be modeled somehow if you're going to represent this site correctly. So I'm going to save this lesson as inferences. We didn't get a lot done in the model, but we made some strides toward understanding what's going on in the site.